So it goes without saying, maybe the biggest joke of a program in 2024 college football is the 1-7 Florida State Seminoles. Head coach is terrible. They undoubtedly have the biggest bust of the transfer portal NIL era, paying big time money to get DJU to jump ship from Oregon State, and he has been absolutely horrific. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole and I watched Eli Manning present The Undercovers. That's where Baker Mayfield went undercover at like a throwing camp, lit it up. And I was like, that got the old wheel spinning. Like, what if an NFL player returned to his college as a recruit, undercover, and tried to save the program? You know, Billy Madison style, one of the greatest movies of all time. For a legendary program like Florida State, you had to think, who would retire from the NFL and re-enroll for 3 to 4 years of college yet again? And I think undeniably that one guy for Florida State is Jameis freaking Winston. He would do it in a heartbeat, I feel like, just cuz, for the memes. So that is what we are going to do here today.
And we got a quarterback that's going to toss that thing. O-line, wake up.
Found Jameis Winston's rookie ratings the year he was a rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in Madden 16. And with a little modification, we now have a 92 freshman quarterback, 6'4", 230, Jameis Winston. Looks a little bit undercover. And what we did is we took his rookie ratings, and for accuracy, I added +10 to every one of his rookie ratings. I feel like that's a fair conversion from a college rating to an NFL rating. So he had 75, 76, 88, 71, 78. Added +10 to all the accuracies. Kept his throw power as is. He had 95 throw power as a rookie for the Bucs. Kept his awareness. Added +10 to that. And, probably at his ceiling. I mean, you look at the skill caps, a little bit more room for growth. But I am firmly convinced, as long as he does not enter the transfer portal and firmly commits to rebuilding this program in his time for his remaining eligibility, we're going to be able to achieve great things here with Florida State and save the program with Jameis Winston as our quarterback. Even though we are featuring Jameis Winston, this is also going to be a straight-up rebuild for Florida State, so we are going to be trying our best to rebuild the program and not just solely focus on the fact that we have a very good quarterback that should be able to carry us to victory. We went through I think I simmed the season and went up 2 wins, lost program prestige, lost a bunch of players to the transfer portal. So we're going to have to get things back right away. Our recruiting class, we had 9 players, no 5 stars, some 4s and some 3s. It was terrible. So the fact that we are starting out the gate here, we got some 5 stars that we're going to chase. We got some 4-star gems. I got a 17-player board, which it definitely helps when we say we got Jameis Winston returning. All these guys want to play, but look at this one. This is the big guy. He's going to be the belle of the ball. Antoine Levine, top 30 player, 6'4", deep threat with 99 speed, 96 acceleration. That is the guy. I can already envision now. 3 years down the line, national championship game, he's the guy catching a ball from Jameis Winston and winning. So as we start year 1, I just want you guys to comment in the comment section below if you think this is a cool series. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of potential situations, and it's not always going to be a quarterback. Like, I was just thinking, like, literally, for whatever reason, the number 2 thing that popped in my head was, like, Dree Archer. What if Dree Archer returned to Kent State? I know Jameis Winston's a big name, but I'm thinking some of these college legends. Andrew Luck to Stanford. Could he save Stanford from the depths of hell? That would be interesting. But anything else you guys want to see, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see more of this series, stick around the channel, hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into year 1 of the Jameis Winston Florida State rebuild. First game of Jameis Winston's return to college. Oh, it's no biggie. It's just number 2 Alabama at home. No pressure whatsoever. Look at the team we have around him, the run game. I mean, we got some bodies. I think the biggest issue with this team right now is, the last year of recruiting. Last 2 years of recruiting have not been great. So I think we're going to have to pick up the slack. We're going to have to overcompensate for not having a lot of great young players. But we have dudes. We got Jaylen Brown, 99 speed wide receiver. Convinced him to stay. We have 99 speed here in Tony Zimmerman. 98 for Reynoso. So we do have stylistically playmakers that are going to be able to work with Jameis Winston's skill set. Offensive line has their best football ahead of them for the most part, so that's a win. Defensively, should still be a strong team. That D-line's definitely one of the best rated in the ACC if we can get them playing at the level they need to be. Linebacking core, not particularly great. Secondary, which I think that's a position group FSU always wants to hang their hat on. It's not bad, led by Shaheem Brown at safety, but definitely need to do our work in recruiting. That's why we're chasing after 4 or 5 DB targets for our first class. Let's go. As soon as the NIL collective for Florida State came together and announced, I think we could get Jameis Winston back here. Hype for FSU, regardless of the fact that we're playing the #2 team in the nation, is through the roof. And we're expecting here the upset and just boom, like a lightning bolt, quick start this rebuild. It's not going to be a 2-3 year before we're competing. We got Jameis Winston. We got our blue chip quarterback. We got a leader that is going to elevate and save this program. And it starts right now. Not only that, Jameis Winston, he had LASIK since the last time he was at Florida State. Now, it's a little hiccup. You could take the Jameis Winston out of the NFL, but you can't take the Jameis Winston out of the Jameis Winston. They're still going to be just, what are you thinking? Type plays, and then he's also going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm a freaking Heisman Trophy winner. I'm back in my element here in college football. It's one of those ones like, man, what is Kelvin Benjamin saying? You know, I feel like a Kelvin Benjamin is what this offense is missing as we settle for a field goal attempt. There we go. He is back. And on the scoreboard, Florida State regained the lead. And Jameis Winston reopens his account. Just blew the dust off the record books and started adding to it again. Oh, come on. That's a great ball. That's a great touchdown. Destin Hill. Jameis Winston, second of the game. And by Destin Hill, I mean Williams. Let's go, Williams. Jameis Winston ain't got time to learn these guys' names. There's no, I mean, again, if you thought we're not going to go for 49 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. Big run there by Williams. Oh, he lays the lumber. And you know Jameis is giving him some ridiculous quote every time he hands the ball off. You be great. We all gonna be great. Boom, Jalen Lucas. Cheat code out of the backfield. One of the fastest players in college football. Need to get him the football here a little bit more. Jameis Winston looking for his 3rd passing touchdown of the game. And this time we actually get it to Destin Hill. And a hat trick of passing touchdowns as Florida State got a nice lead here in the 4th quarter. Let's go. What do we got? We got Destin Hill in the slant. Zimmerman with 99 speed on the outside. Brown with 97 speed, I think. I mean, we at least got to try these guys down deep. Watch the safeties. It's an outstanding play. That's an out. Zabin Brown. Come on, defense. All right, we need a miracle. Fuck! We'll get better from this. We took the #2 team to the limit. It's not Jameis Winston's fault. The rest of his team is complete dog shit. And we got at least our top target from our first recruiting class, Levine, the deep threat 5-star to Lutz, Florida. Let's go. Our biggest win could potentially of the season over #3 Clemson in a rivalry game, 31-16. So we went toe-to-toe with #2 Bama. We get on a little bit. So we're 3-2. Not a sexy record, but a decent record. And then we shock the world and get that big upset in the rivalry game. And we got at least our top target from our first recruiting class, Levine, the deep threat 5-star to Lutz, Florida. Let's go. Our biggest win could potentially of the season over #3 Clemson in a rivalry game, 31-16. So we went toe-to-toe with #2 Bama. We get on a little bit. So we're 3-2. Not a sexy record, but a decent record. And then we shock the world and get that big upset in the rivalry game. Oh, our board just got destroyed. Recruiting did not go well this year, I'll say that. At a weird spot where, like, we have not great hours. We also have pretty bad ranks when it comes to hard sell these players. So we're definitely at a spot right now where we might get Freeman, I'm just gonna turn on auto recruiting and see if, we gotta win. We gotta make the on-field product to a level where we can recruit as Florida State needs to recruit to get back into the college football playoffs and as a legitimate contender to win the whole thing. We had a good gauntlet here. We lost to ranked Kansas State, who the number 4 team in the nation. We beat Clemson, who was 5. We now have Miami, who is 5. We have ranked Stanford. So still plenty of opportunities for this 4-2 program. I mean, I don't think, especially with 2 losses early, that we firmly believe that we're going to be a college football contender right away. But we are seeing how Jameis Winston can elevate a severely all-time underperforming program to beat and compete some of the best that college football has to offer. And for whatever it's worth, we are undefeated in ACC play, and we're currently first in conference play. Damn. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot for the program, but Jameis Winston with 4 touchdowns trying his best to elevate and keep this team competitive against some of these big dogs. Just not enough help around him right now. Did get a nice ranked win. They were ranked over Stanford, who were 18th, 34-21. We knock them out, and we get big-time performance from everyone around Jameis Winston. He elevated everyone, elevated the run game. And, we're going to finish with a positive record. And if we win out, we might be right in the thick of the ACC championship race. We lose an ugly one to NC State right below us, which takes us from 6-1 down to 6-2. And it's a 5-way tie where you have some, powerhouses up there. Number 3, Clemson. Number 4, Miami. We were able to finish season 8-4. We beat the Florida Gators. So we have some nice rivalry wins. And obviously, a promising start for what Jameis Winston could do for this program. And we're going bowling, and we got ranked. Tulane would be a great way to finish this year and go into the offseason, an important offseason, where hopefully we can get some TLC in the transfer portal, because recruiting shit the bed, against a ranked Tulane here. Hell yeah! From a 2-win season to a 9-win bowl win season. 42-16 wasn't even particularly close on the back of a 5-touchdown performance from Jameis Winston. Not a bad way to end the season. We get some improvements to our team rating. So prestige, coach stability, conference prestige, pro potential, all has gone up, and we have gone up almost I think we were 4 stars, 4.5, 3.5, somewhere in that range. But school prestige starting to look where it needs to be. The stats on the season, Glenn played a little bit, but ultimately the full commitment to Jameis Winston, 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna. I feel maybe he'd have a little bit bigger numbers, but with an outright season where he just starts and there's no, there's some legalities this season of people saying they can't actually have an NFL player return. And we said yes, we can. So Glenn was a serviceable hand, but ultimately, and going into year 2, Jameis Winston will be an outright starter. Williams was outstanding for a deep threat. Hakeem Williams, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns. 860 and 7 for the speedster Brown. Destin Hill with 9 touchdowns. Maybe get a little bit more production out of the tight end would be ideal. Sack numbers also for the talent that we have, maybe a little bit underperforming, but this is a Jameis Winston. Can he save Florida State? He can only do so much to help the defense. To the league, we're losing 2 very good players. Dale Jackson projected to go in the first round. Shaheem Brown projected to go round 3. Both 90-plus players on the defensive side of the ball, which means Jameis Winston has to play that much better in year 2. Jameis Winston effects takes Florida State from 70th in recruiting class up to 31 in just 1 season. Went to work in the transfer portal. We got Gregory Smith III. Let's see the dev traits impact. We got 4-star Kamari Wilson with a star dev. We got Jarito, 4-star. We got Tank Hawkins, who is going to have elite speed, probably close to 99 speed. Stole him away from the Florida Gators. Kendrick Raphael, 4-star running back, a junior. Didn't do a great job here, though. When we turned on auto recruiting, they just got me a lot of 2-stars, which let's hold ourselves to a higher standard. We got 3-star Devi with a star dev trait. Our 4-stars, we got elite on Lindell Douglas, the 4-star gem left guard, which you love to see. Levine, who is definitely the belle of the ball from the class. Bad roll on the dev trait, but you can't teach 6'4" with 99 speed. And a little bit of a bad roll on our dev traits, though, for some of our top high school recruits. Ooh, okay. Yep. What up? Year number 2 of Jameis Winston here back in Florida State. We get a nice preseason ranking of number 20, but we got to prove it. Because we can only kind of control the offense, here's how we are shaping up. We have 84, 87, 82, 85, and 88 across the offensive line. So it's a great offensive line. We're going to have plenty of time to throw. Landon Thomas is a very nice receiving option at tight end. At wide receiver, clearly speed. I don't think we have one wide receiver that's below 90. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 99s on the dot, which is going to help maximize our quarterback. In the running back room, we have 2 of the fastest running backs in the nation. That's what we're going to utilize with all due respect to Cam Davis, Jalen Lucas with that 94 speed. But the big get is Tank Hawkins. We stole away from Florida. Didn't work out as a wide receiver, but utilizing that 98 speed, 99 acceleration, 94 agility, 93 change of direction, high ball carry vision, carrying is kind of dog crap. But ultimately, that is prolific speed that I want to get out on the field. But look at the growth and development of Jameis Winston from year 1 to year 2. Year 1 was a 91. Year 2 up to a 97 overall. Essentially maxing out his skill caps. I don't think we're going to get any more. I mean, you can't, because that's where all his points are going to get spent. But I mean, let's be honest, Jameis Winston's never really been much of a dual threat. But his IQ is maxed out, his power, his accuracy are maxed out. He's one of the best quarterbacks, probably the best quarterback in college football, and we need him to carry us this season. Oh, we're getting the recruiting here fixed in year 2, starting to get some 5 stars committed early. On the defense, it would be nice if they're on the offense, but I feel pretty good Jameis Winston on the offense. If we build up the defense, complementary football should yield championship. Here we go, finally a 5-star to help out on the offensive side of the ball. Thad Johns at wideout. Another one on the defense. We took that preseason ranking to heart, and we are now at week 7 with a perfect 5-0 start. And as it lands for the conference standings, we don't want to choke. We were competitive last year, ahead of schedule last year, undefeated. Miami, Clemson, yeah, Boston College was a top 10 team. So it's definitely not going to be a cakewalk, but with how Jameis Winston is throwing the football this season and our overall ranks, look, we're better than Boston College, better than Cal, on paper with Clemson, on paper with Miami. We should hold on and remain competitive for the rest of this season. Jameis is slanging that thing. 17 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. And he has a favorite receiving target in Hakeem Williams. 661 yards and 11 touchdowns this early. I mean, hell, he might be a goddamn Heisman winner when all's said and done this season. But we handled the easy part of our schedule. We still have Notre Dame, who's 6-1, not ranked. Could be a very tough game. We still have Boston College, Miami, and Clemson. So by the end of week 11, we're going to have a pretty clear picture where we stand in the ACC. And a win over Pitt. Hakeem Williams continues an outstanding season. 6 catches, 231 yards, and 3 touchdowns, giving him 14 and counting. And the prospect of an undefeated season, we pretty much swapped spots. We were number 4. Boston College was number 9. Boston College handles us. Bill O'Brien got those guys playing, man. 45, 27. I mean, it is so difficult. Even with Jameis freaking Winston going 4 touchdowns for us to go undefeated in college football 25. It was bound to happen during this stretch of Boston College, Miami, and Clemson. I obviously did think, though, with no disrespect to Bill O'Brien and Boston College, this was going to be the win of the 3. And we're on fraud alert. We lose again. Toughest games of the season, and we lose to Miami, and it wasn't really that close. Choking, giving up 14 points in the 4th quarter. 31-21. And not a great showing from Jameis Winston with 2 picks on the day. It's all about how you respond to adversity. We beat Clemson 28-27, and it takes us right back into the top 10. 3 touchdowns, no picks from Jameis Winston. Bounce back game after he struggled against Miami. Ran the football well with Tank Hawkins. Hill, Hakeem Williams continues both their incredible seasons. And if we can win out, we're going to put ourselves in really good position for the offseason. Able to beat Louisville and close things out with another rivalry win over Florida, 37-7. Jameis Winston just knows what it means to win these rivalry games as your Florida State Seminoles close the year out, 2 losses, but a top 5 team in the country. However, it's the 2nd straight year. We can't complain. You know, we did beat Clemson, but we choked against 2 top ACC teams. First team out in the conference championship, but we likely, unless, I don't even know, I guess, no, there's no way. We are definitely going to be in the college football playoff. Not a bad starting opponent. Look at how things stand. If we beat Clemson, we then get a rematch against Alabama, who beat us in the re-debut of Jameis Winston in college football. Yeah, Boston College as the 1 seed. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, suck it, Clemson. Goddamn white Jameis Winston, player of the first round of the college football playoffs. The shootout, and we almost blew it. We allowed Clemson to get 23 points in the 4th quarter, but luckily too many turnovers for Clemson, and Jameis Winston with a player of the week performance. That gives Florida State an opportunity to revenge that loss against Alabama. And let's see what we're able to do. Opening drive, Alabama marches down the field, scores a touchdown. Jameis Winston matches it. And it's a turnover by the defense. Florida State has to settle for a field goal. Alabama scoring touchdowns. You don't and would hate for this to be one of those games where we score touchdowns, they score more touchdowns. Look at that, 31-17. Good 3rd quarter. Alabama starts the 4th with a touchdown. Looking to make it 2 straight to tie this one up at 31. 2 minutes to go. Can Jameis Winston lead Florida State for a victory here? And we kick the field goal, 34-31. Jameis Winston and the Florida State Seminoles upset Alabama. And they are a win away from being in the college football playoff final. Another player of the week performance worthy from Jameis Winston. 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, almost 70% completion percentage. Diced Alabama up all day. And Florida State keep on rolling. Sets up a Rose Bowl matchup. 5 Florida State, 4 Michigan. Nice, clear, sunny day. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see a rain game that could throw that wrench into our high-scoring offense. This is going to be a tough one, though. We know what Michigan brings to the table. Not so much offense, but they bring old-school football and play great defense. So I feel like this is a game that we can get 28. The race to 28. It should be enough that Michigan won't be able to score a lot of points. Look, we go in the second half up 21-10. A lot of nothing going on in the 3rd. We're now in the 4th quarter. And we need Jameis to have a hell of a drive. Go for it on 4th down. We punt it. They go for it on 4th down. They get the conversion. And it's just an ugly garbage win. But we will take it. Great defense. 21-16. The Rose Bowl goes to the Seminoles. Jameis Winston is doing everything he can to play turnover-free football and let his playmakers do the job. And today it was on the defense. KJ Sampson, a 4-sack performance as Florida State. Well, you know where we're going. Goddamn right, player of the week. What a performance from KJ Sampson. With that, the national championship game has been set. Florida State, Boston College. What? Hey, they beat us in the regular season. This seems like a perfect way to close things out here. My guys against anyone. Jameis Winston, 50 touchdowns to 4 interceptions on 4,300 yards. We have speed on speed on speed in the backfield. Even Jameis Winston with his limited mobility, 440 yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. Hakeem Williams, 1,000 yards, 21 touchdowns. Destin Hill went off. Jaylen Brown went off. Defensively, we're seeing our guys step up and play their best football late in the season. And I think we got a terrific opportunity here in only 2 seasons of Jameis Winston returning to Florida State, of him officially saving the program by winning a national championship. You look at the tail of the tape, it's going to be pretty tough pill to swallow if we can't not only beat them, but finish and pummel Boston College.
Florida State, your brothers, your team, your heartbeat. We some dogs. We ain't no puppies.
Smile, let's go,
We
man.
some dogs. Wide receivers, y'all cannot be stopped. The whole game. We got the best running back in the whole damn league. And we got a quarterback that's gonna toss that thing. O-line, wake up.
You know what we gotta do, y'all. Let's go.
Y'all been in that war. Y'all got the hardest coach on y'all. Coach Trickett getting y'all ass. I know ain't nobody from Mississippi getting y'all ass like Coach Trickett. Hell no. He getting my ass. And I play quarterback. Get right, wake up.
That's what it's all about. There's a reason why he retired from the NFL to re-enroll at Florida State, and it's all for that piece of hardware right there. Opening drive, we get a turnover on Boston College, and we start pretty much in the red zone. Look at the speed from Hawkins, 98 speed. They're not supposed to be that fast. And we are just suffocating. Defensive turnover, rushing touchdown, untouched. Boston College responds with a touchdown of their own. Get in 6, trying to respond on our own drive here. Why? Get them to the tight end. This game feels like it's going to be a shootout. But if it's going to be a shootout, there's no better quarterback that I would take than Jameis Winston. Destin Hill, top of the slant. We have Williams B there against their best corner. 21 touchdowns and counting. But look at that. Gets inside leverage. Too easy. Too much speed. And the reality is, this is an offense that's almost 10 overall points better than the defense we're going up against. And I don't care what kind of momentum Boston College thinks they have. Talent always wins. You know Jameis Winston, if this matchup happened, would have some fire bars about Cinderella stories and not having a happy ending. Look at that. 99. I mean, this is just a tailor-made offense for my style of play anyways. Running back, 99 speed. All my starting wide receivers, 95 speed minimum. Quarterback, cannon of an arm. We're just going to lob that into Destin Hill because way too fast for anyone on Boston College's defense. Oh, for Mulligan. Mulligan. I'll take it. All right, to start the second half, Boston College starts it with a touchdown, and they got all the momentum. Not only all the momentum, they took up the whole third quarter. All right, here we go. We're going to hit them with what they don't have, which is that block. Come on. Speed. Someone win. Someone wants to win with speed here, please. Oh, he's so slow. Come on, anybody. Do it ourselves. Oh, let's go run him over. That when you can't even get a screen pass off, drives me nuts. 3rd and 10. Tight end maybe? Oh yeah, quick throw to the tight end. But great job, man. My O-line is falling apart here. Can't block screen passes, can't block for the fastest running back in college football. We have issues. Got the sticks. Here we go. Good throw. Oh, this is going right to Williams, I think. Oh, yeah, that safety's creeping up. 1, 2, 3. Throw it up. Boom! Oh, Superman, get in there. I appreciate the Superman grab, but need half a yard more. What a throw. What a grab. Touchdown here should put this away. Worst thing, to get them to use their timeouts. Ooh, I know what we do, though. He's done it for the Cleveland Browns as a backup quarterback. Jameis Winston, a little bit, not quite Jalen Hurts. But he's pretty good at the quarterback sneak. He's twice the size of these 18-year-olds as a 36-year-old man. And he hits the Heisman. Let's go. Defense. Oh, it's garbage time, but it does not matter. In only 2 seasons, a fully grown, LASIK-operated Jameis Winston returns to Florida State in a groundbreaking NIL deal, retiring from the NFL, returning to Florida State, turns the program back, saves them. That was the goal. That was the premise. Could Jameis Winston return to Florida State, turn the clocks back a little bit, and save the program? And in 2 seasons, avenges a regular season loss to the Cinderella Boston College Birds, whatever the hell their name is, Golden Eagles, and gets National Championship Player of the Game. It's a perfect way to end this one here, fellas. So again, let me know in the comment section below other players returning to their schools you want to see, potentially. I mean, it could be big-name schools. Like I said, I think the next one I might record anyways is Andrew Luck re-enrolling at Stanford. But if there's anybody else that you think would be an awesome what-if type scenario, please comment that down below. If you enjoyed the video and it is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We recently hit our 175,000 subscriber goal, and now it's the big push to the big 200,000, so any support would be greatly appreciated. If you like the series, all I ask in return, a little comment about what we could do in the future, little like button to help this channel, help this video with the YouTube robots, and I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Till then, it's your boy C4 saying peace out. Love ya. Have a good one.